next, we have a message from a former faculty member and also one of the pillars of UP High School Cebu. Kung ikon pa sila, it takes a village to raise a child. Well, we have our inspirational people who have been always guiding us in UP High School Cebu. To lead in the giving of the message on behalf of the former faculty members or retirees, please help me welcome Mao siya ang principal when I came into UP Cebu, and of course, the mentor of everybody. Please help me welcome Dr. Elisa Lapa. Hi, madam.
Our dear alumni, teachers, students, and friends of UP High School Cebu, ngayong hapon ka na tong tanan. For all to understand, allow me to rewind some historical events. When I joined UP High in 1978, the threat of its closure was already there. To my insecure mind, I told myself, ako man tingali gidag di mala sa ani. But no, the sword of Damocles was always hanging over UP High School's existence. But now, as you see, we're still existing, confident, hopeful, and sturdy, just like this tamarind tree that we will be lighting tonight. During those few and early years of teaching in UP, our students were still paying tuition fees. So that became income sa high school. But why is UP High's existence always threatened? Simply because secondary education is not a priority of tertiary institutions like UP. Higher administration reasoned out that basic education should belong to the Department of Education, not in higher education institutions. But for me, it is debatable. How I wish that those in the opposition should look at the positive side of how UP High Schools, especially UP High School Cebu, contributed to UP's prestige in general and UP Cebu's impressive image in particular. I still can recall that there were so many instances that the UP High School in Cebu was the saving grace for the whole college. There were only 3 divisions: the undergraduate division, the graduate division, and the high school division. So, na-may program, symposia, or fora na kinahanglan og dakong attendance, isod ka ay pag-gather sa college. So, ang high school teachers o ang mga estudyante magigamiton para madakong attendance to save the image of the whole college. That is to prove how important we were then. Just like this tamarind tree, which bears fruit yearly, UP High School Cebu is continually producing excellent fruits for our graduates, for our now giants, giants with a heart in their respective careers worldwide. It cannot be denied that it is UP High School Cebu which helped mold them to become successful and better persons, professionals, and citizens of our country. Thanks to our teachers. In 1988, when the Republic Act 6655, otherwise known as Free Public Secondary Education Act of 1988 was enacted, wala na income ang high school, kay free naman. So, ang MOOE para sa high school na ihatag sa college, gamay na kaayo. I still can recall the late Dean Aurora Menyusa told me one time. She told me that the budget I submitted for lab materials and equipment, which was 3,000, good for 1 year, iyang i-approve basta i-extend until 3 years. So imagine, 3 years, so what we did, amo lang yung giantos. So ang nahitabo, ang litmus paper, putol-putol ni Alice, gagmay na kayo, mura na muta kadagko. Aron dili gyud ta masira. So we just hope na di gyud. But you know what? Last Sunday, I heard from a priest. Niingon siya, For the dying, hope is painful, very painful. But according to Rick Warren, who is the author of the book Purpose of Living Life, hope is very essential to our lives as air and water. We need hope to cope. So we hope for a solution to this dilemma. The parents and the teachers then thought of raising funds for the operation of the high school. Hence, the concept of the tree of hope was born. We selected this tamarind tree to symbolize our hope for UP High's existence. In December of 1988, we lighted our tree of hope for the first time, where each bulb was lighted for a parent, a teacher, or a friend of UP High for a donation of 100 pesos per bulb. From then on, this became a yearly activity during December. Few years later, gipulbaan na sad mi. Kay ang UP Clark o ang UP Baguio High Schools gisirhan na. Wasid sunod na sad ang UP High School Cebu. Pero sige lang, padayon. The high school then implemented the democratized access to education, whereby only underprivileged but deserving students were accepted. In December of 1998, the late UP President Emil Javier visited UP Cebu. He donated 60,000 during the lighting of the Tree of Hope. He told us that under Estel Garcia's chairmanship of CHED, there is a mandate that all laboratory schools from elementary and secondary would only have a population of 500 students. At that time, UP Cebu was only a college of UP in the Visayas and Iloilo. That would mean that we would only have 250 in Cebu and 250 in Iloilo High School. But he told us, do not lose hope. Do something for your high school to exist. Make your PTA into a foundation as a backup. That's what UP Los Baños did. We followed his suggestion and we converted the PTA into a foundation. He added, ito ang iyong puno ng pag-asa. Just keep on hoping and praying. True enough, the high school was not downsized and disappeared from the map during his term as president, as what he promised that it will not happen during his administration. We still survived. The downsizing of sections happened in 2001, where we had only 2 sections for the first year instead of 3. In 2009, only 1 section for the first year. And before the implementation of Republic Act 1055 or the K-12 curriculum, we had only 4 sections instead of 12 sections for the entire high school. Puro kuyaw na nida, but we did not lose hope. We survived. But the most serious threat of closure was in 2008. I was still around, and it became worse in 2009 during the administration of Dean Enrique Avila. Ang ganong ganahan yun siya nga, silhan ang high school. Mura buyag, wag yun si amor, wag yun si love sa atong pinalanggang high school. But God was merciful and did not allow this act to happen. Our ever loyal alumni, our teachers, under the administration of Professor Purita Baltasar as principal and Professor Rosario Montaño as coordinator of the MEd program, and our friends of UP High came to the rescue. They courageously and relentlessly fought, and eventually we became victorious. Until now, we are still here. Just like the strong and mighty tamarind tree which stood the tempest of many calamities, typhoons like Ruping, which was super typhoon in 1990, earthquakes, etc., UP High School is still alive and aspiring for more service to the underprivileged but deserving students, despite so many trials and tribulations. So karong gabi una, padayon na itong sa ulugon ang pagdagpot sa itong kahoy. Ang kahoy sa Paglaum. Uban sa tema, Pasko sa Paglaum ug Pasalamat. it is just fitting that we have the most spectacular, awesome, fantastic, bongacious lighting of our triumvirate because we will be celebrating our 50th of continuous existence come June 2022 since the reopening of the high school in 1972. We are hoping that the new high school building will soon be constructed, especially if our new UP Cebu administration will have a genuine heart and support for our beloved UP High School. So we should not lose hope. Our new high school building will soon rise in God's time, I know. After deducting all expenses for the Golden Jubilee celebration, the net proceeds from the batches donation and other income is allotted to the furnishing and equipment of the rooms of our new building. So my dear alumni, do not worry. This amount is in the safe hands of the treasury of our UP High School Alumni Association. So with this, kay Pasko man karon sa Paglaum Pasalamat, let us hope and pray for the eternal existence of our high school and for the construction of the new high school building the soonest possible time. Ug ato usab pasalamatan ang tanang nakatampo sa pagpadayon sa pagbarog sa atong high school bisan sa daghang hulga nga kini sirahon. First and foremost, we thank the Lord, our merciful and loving God, our Emmanuel, for being always here to protect our beloved high school from all forms of harassment and threats. And from the bottom of my heart, in behalf of the retirees, we thank all alumni who are sincerely giving their God-given 3 T's for their beloved alma mater, their talents, time, and treasure. The teachers who extended their precious time despite hectic schedules to make this celebration a success, to the parents who are always supporting the UP High School administration, to the students who are actively involved in the celebration, to the support staff, to all friends of UP High who in one way or another contributed to our existence. Mabuhi ang alumni, ang mga maestro o mga maestra, mga ginikanan, mga estudyante. Long live UP High School Cebu. Maayong Pasko, o mabulukon, o luwas nga 2022. Happy Gold! Daghang salamat.
Wow, thank you very much. This is our former principal of UP High School Cebu, Dr. Elisa Lapa. As what